Hello coders, I welcome you all. As you know, we have already discussed input and output function in Python. So in this video, we are going to discuss some questions related to input and output functions. So here I have mentioned 11 questions. These are very basic questions. You can pause this video and try to solve it by your own. I'm sure you will learn something. So let's get started. So now our question number 1. In this question, we have to find the octal number of the given decimal number. So let me first take input from the user. Using this input function, enter a number. As you know, this input function takes input from the user and convert it into string. So here we have to use another function, integer, that will cast this input to integer, and let me assign it to one variable. D is equal to this statement. Now, as per our question, we have to find the octal number of the given decimal number. So we are going to solve this question in two ways. One with format specifier and one with oct function, means octal function of Python. So let me write print and octal number of decimal number. Let me use format specifier %d for decimal number, means integer number. So octal number of decimal number is %o for octal number, and here let me write b comma d. So first d will be replaced with %d and second d will be replaced with %o. Let me execute this cell and let me enter 10 and let me execute this cell. As you can see here, octal number of decimal number 10 is 12. Let me enter another number 8 and let me execute this cell. As you can see, octal number of decimal number 8 is 10. So this way we can find the octal number of the given decimal number using format specifier. Now let me show you second way. By that we can solve this question. Find the octal number of the given decimal number. Let me copy this statement and let me paste it over here and let me write print. I'm going to use f string, so that's why here I am writing f. So let me write octal number of decimal number d is oct d. This is oct function of Python that will convert this decimal number to octal number. Let me execute this cell. Let me enter 8 and let me execute this cell. As you can see here, this is octal representation, which means the actual octal value for decimal number 8 is 10, that you can see over here. So this way we can find octal number of given decimal number, that you can see over here using format specifier and using oct function of Python, that you can see over here. So now our next question. In this question we have to check whether a given number is even or odd. If even, then we have to print true. Otherwise we have to print false. Here you can see note. So here we have to perform this without using if and else statement. Let me show this. So again, let me take one integer number from the user using this input function. And to solve this without using if and else statement, I am going to use eval function. So as you know, eval evaluates Python expression from any input that comes as a string, right? So let me show you this. Again, let me write print, and again I am going to use f string. So let me write is given number is even, then let me write eval function, and here number modulo 2 is equal to 0. As you can see here, in eval function we are passing expression as a string, that you can see over here. So as I said, eval evaluates Python expression from any input that comes as a string. So here eval evaluates this expression. Let me execute this cell. Let me enter 10. As you can see here, output is true because 10 is an even number. Let me execute this cell once again. Let me enter 11. As you can see here, output is false because 11 is not an even number, that you can see over here. So this way we can check whether given number is even or odd without using if and else statement using eval function, that you can see over here. So now our next question. In this question we have to find which of the following string declarations span to more than one line, and also we have to consider white space properly when the string is printed to the console. As you can see, different options are given and we have to find correct one as per the given question. So as you can see here, string is given with triple quotes. Python is the best programming language of this planet Earth, and the question being asked which of the following string declarations span to more than one line. So here you can see triple quotes. So we can say this one is correct. Now let's check second option. Here you can see string is enclosed with single quotes. So this is not valid. As you can see in this third option, string is enclosed with double quotes. Again, this is not valid. In this case, string is enclosed with single quotes with \n. Again, this is not valid. Here you can see string is enclosed with triple quotes with \. character. So please remember here triple quotes with \. So this will print everything in the same line because of this \. character. So now let's check each and every options. So let me copy this and let me paste it over here, and let me remove this comment and let me print str1. As you can see here, string span to more than one line as per the given question. So this is the correct option. So now let me check this one and let me paste it over here. Let me remove this comment. Let me execute this cell. As you can see here, syntax error. So this is not valid. Let me check third one. Let me copy. Let me paste it over here. Let me remove comments and let me execute this cell. As you can see here, again syntax error. This is also not valid. So let me check this one. Let me copy. Let me paste it over here. Let me remove comments. Let me execute this cell. As you can see here, again syntax error. Now let me check this last one. Let me copy. Let me paste it over here. Let me remove this comments and let me execute this cell. As you can see here, triple quotes with \. character. Now it prints everything in the same line. So here this is only the correct one as per our question. So we can say that multi-line string literals must be enclosed with triple quotes that you can see over here. So now our next question. Question number 4. So they have given if user enters this number as input 54321. This is entire number, and we have to find which of the following code will print this number to the console. Means after adding 1 to it, this is the number, and different options are given and we have to find correct options out of it. So now let's check first one. As you can see here, input function. As you know, the return type of input function is string type. So if you want to add 1 to this number, then we have to perform typecasting. So typecasting is performed over here. So this is the correct one. Now let's check second one. As you know, the return type of the input function is string type. So we have to perform typecasting. Here we can't see typecasting. So this is not valid. Again, here you can see typecasting. So again, this is valid. Now here they have used eval function. So as you know, the return type of eval depends on the input provided. So here, if you enter integer number, then output is integer. If we provide floating point number, then output is floating point type. So again, this is correct one. So out of 4, 3 options are correct. First one, third one, and fourth one. So now let me check one by one. So let me copy this and let me paste it over here. Let me remove this comments. Let me execute this cell. Let me enter number, as you can see over here. So again, first one is correct. Now let me copy this and let me paste it over here. Let me remove comments. Let me execute this cell. Let me enter this number. As you can see here, type error. Can only concatenate string, not integer to string. So this is incorrect. Let me copy this third one and let me paste it over here. Let me remove comments. Let me execute this cell. Let me enter given number. As you can see over here, required output. So again, this is correct. Let me copy this and let me paste it over here. Let me remove comments. Let me execute this cell. Let me enter number. As you can see over here, correct output as per our requirement that you can see over here. So first one is correct, third one is correct, and fourth one is correct. Second one is incorrect that you can see over here. So now our next question. In this question, we have to accept 3 strings using only one input function. So let me write input and let me write message for the user. Enter 3 strings separated with space. And here we have to use split function of Python. Let me execute this cell and let me write 1, 2, and 3. 3 strings. And let me execute this cell. As you can see here, output is Python list. So if you are new to this Python, don't you worry. We will discuss this Python list in very much detail. So let me assign it to 3 variables, str1, str2 and str3 is equal to this statement. So this 1 is assigned to str1, this 2 is assigned to str2, and this 3 is assigned to str3. Let me execute this cell. Let me enter 3 strings separated with space. Let me execute this cell. Let me print str1, str2 and str3. Let me execute this cell. As you can see here, 3 strings. So this way we can accept 3 strings using only one input function that you can see over here. So now our next question. In this question we have to print the strings as per the given format. As you can see here, input, and we want output like this. String separated with double asterisk and ended with this triple hash sign, means pound sign. So let me write print and let me copy this input and let me paste it over here. Let me separate these words with commas. Let me check docstring of this print function. As you can see here, so first we have to use this sep keyword arguments of this print function. You can see sep string inserted between values, default a space, that you can see over here, default space, but we can insert any other values that we want. So as per our question, we want to insert double asterisk sign. So let me write sep and double asterisk sign. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, and also we have to append this triple hash sign at the end. So let me check docstring of this print function once again. So this time we have to use this and keyword arguments, and string appended after the last value, default a new line, that you can see over here, default a new line. So we can change this. So let me write comma and with triple hash sign. Let me execute this cell. As you can see over here, as per our requirement, that you can see over here. So now our next question. They have given this code, and if we enter 11, which is integer number, ABC, which is string, and 12.0, which is floating point number, individually for every run, what will be the output that we have to find. So as you know, return type of input function is string. So here you can see input and type and print. So let me copy this and let me paste it over here. So as you know, return type of input function is string. So if we enter integer number 11, then input will consider it as a string, that you can see over here. Let me enter string. Obviously type of input is string. Let me enter floating point number. Still input type is string, that you can see over here. So as you know, input takes input from the user and convert it into string, that you can see over here. So every run output is string type, that you can see over here. So now our next question, question number 8. This question number 7 and question number 8 both are almost same. Here just I have added this eval function. So as we discussed, return type of eval depends on the input provided. So let me copy this and let me paste it over here. As you can see here, input, eval, and we are checking type of the input. So let me execute this cell. Let me enter 11, integer. Then output type is integer. Let me enter ABC, string. So output type is string, that you can see over here. Let me enter 12.0, floating point number. So output type is floating point number, that you can see over here. So please remember, return type of eval depends on the input provided, that you can see over here. So now our next question, question number 9. Consider the below declarations. A in single quotes 7, B in single quotes 3. Then we have to check which of the following expressions are valid on the string, that you can see over here. A plus B, A minus B, A multiply by B, A divide by B, and A into 2. So as you know, both are strings. So A plus B performs concatenation of two strings. A minus B is not valid. It will generate type error. Again A into B, both are string, invalid. Again it will generate type error. A divide by B is also not valid. It will generate type error. And this is string repetition operator. It repeats A 2 times, 7 2 times. So let me copy this and let me paste it over here. And let me check A plus B. As you can see here, string concatenation. A minus B, both are string, not valid. Type error. Unsupported operand types for string and string. A into B, not valid. Type error, that you can see over here. Can't multiply sequence by non-integer of type string. A divided by B, string divided by string, invalid. type error, unsupported operand type for division, string and string. Now a into 2. So here is string and here is integer. So this asterisk sign will become repetition operator and it repeats a 2 times. Let me execute this cell as you can see here. So here valid operations are a plus b, a into 2. So now our next question number 10. In this question we have to create a program that asks the user to enter their name and their age, and we have to print out a message that tells them the year that they will turn 100 years old. So let me show you this. So our current year is 2022 minus suppose age is 40. So let me execute this cell, and this is born year for this particular person having the age 40, and we can add 100 to it, 2082. So this person will turn 100 years old in this particular year. So let's write code for this. So let me take name from the user using input function, enter your name, and let me take input age from the user, how old are you, as integer. We are taking input as integer, and this is current year minus age like this and plus 100. Let me store into year is equal to this statement. Let me execute this cell. Let me enter name Anil and how old are you, 40 years. So now let's print output. I am going to use f string for this. So we have to convert this into string. Then only we can print this properly. Let me write name will be 100 years old in the year. This one. Let me execute this cell. Let me enter name Anil. How old are you? 40 years. So Anil will be 100 years old in year 2082 that you can see over here. So this way we can solve this question that you can see over here. So now our next question. In this question we have to compare positional arguments and keyword arguments in the context of string replacement fields. So now let's take example of positional argument. So let me write name is equal to Anil and age is equal to 40. Let me execute this cell. So now let me use string replacement field is years old. So replacement field, and here we have to use format method, and let me pass name and age. Let me execute this cell. As you can see here, Anil is 40 years old. So in this example we have used positional arguments. This is at position 0 and this is at position 1. So please remember, positional argument is identified based on its position that you can see here. This is name at position 0, age at position number 1. And please remember, positional arguments must be included in the order like this. We can't change this. So if we change, let me write 1 and here is 0 that you can see over here. 40 is Anil years old. So we have to include positional arguments in the order that you can see over here like this. So I am repeating, positional argument is identified based on its position like this, position 0 and position 1. Positional arguments must be included in the correct order like this, 0 and 1 only. So now let's take keyword arguments. So let me write print replacement field is replacement field years old dot format, and here I am writing n is equal to name. So this is keyword argument. Again a is equal to age. Again this is keyword argument. So please remember, keyword argument is identified by a function based on some key, like here is n and a, and keyword arguments are included with a keyword n equals sign like this. So here order doesn't matter. So here we can write n and a. Let me execute this cell. As you can see here, Anil is 40 years old. So if we change this order, it doesn't matter because we are using keyword arguments that you can see over here. But here order does matter because this is positional argument and this is keyword arguments. So inbuilt functions are also using keyword arguments. Let me show this. Our print function. Let me check docstring of this print function. As you can see here, optional keyword arguments, this file, sep and flush. So here order doesn't matter. You can write n first and then after sep because these all are keyword arguments that you can see over here. Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel. If you like this video, smash that like button. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye. See you in the next video.